Sneeze. Oh, thank you for the bless yous. Oh, another sneeze? No, maybe. Oh, fuck, that was bad. Um, the Iran war is fuck, man. Having cats and then not being around them for too long, and then being around them again makes your allergies so much worse. Hold on. Anyways, Trump hints at further Iran operations. Says we may have to do a little cleanup.
Their armed forces, essentially. We may have to do a little cleanup work because we had.
You're worth every moment of our time. The community you have is a total vibe. Thank you, Yas. You're a total vibe.
A little month-long ceasefire, I guess you'd call it, but we have a blockade that's so effective. That's why we did the ceasefire. We really did the ceasefire at the request of other nations. I wouldn't have really been in favor of it, but we did it as a favor to Pakistan, who are terrific people, the Field Marshal and the Prime Minister. But no, I mean, President Xi and I agree on many things, and we agree very much on trade. We're going to be doing a lot of trading. Our farmers are going to be taking in. I mean, our farmers.
We sold our farmers out, by the way, to China completely, basically. And rural voters will still vote for Trump. They'll still vote for Trump. I hate having a fucking cat allergy sometimes. So Trump says that Iran war is worth the economic pain. I have 6 cats. Damn. The rural voters agree. In Wiggins, Colorado, perched behind the cash register Stubbs liquor store, Amy Van Dunn gazed out the window. Red and green gasoline price had which seemed to tick up daily. Price was $4.34 a gallon, about 50% higher than it was in these parts when President Donald Trump returned to the White House. I used to fill my tank for 36. Now 36 gets me half a tank. Yeah, it's your fault. Her coworker said when it's time to buy groceries, she's left wondering where all her money went. We're putting in the tank rather than on our table. Like most people, Wiggins, a farming town of 1,400 people are paying $5 nearly a gallon for gas. Van Dunn and Brouillette remain ardent supporters of the president, who won surrounding Morgan County by 49 percentage points in 2024. Nationally, Trump's political fortunes appear to be waning. His war with Iran sent fuel prices soaring past $4.50 a gallon nationwide. In a Reuters poll last month found nearly 8 in 10 Americans hold the president responsible for higher gasoline prices. Trump was asked this week if people's economic woes were motivating him to reach a deal with Tehran. He says, I don't think Americans' financial situation, the only thing that matters when I'm talking about Iran is that they can't have a nuclear weapon. $5 is crazy. Dude, I paid $5.50 for gas today. I paid $40 and it got me like 3/4 of a tank. Granted, I already had some in the car, but like, and I have a fuel efficient vehicle, like a very fuel efficient vehicle. It gets like 46 miles a gallon. Democrats seized the components of the evidence administration losing touch with the anxious public. Only 30% of adults approved of Trump's handling of the economy as of a May Reuters Ipsos poll, an issue that had long been one of his political strengths. And this is another Democrat failure. What's your favorite specific music genre? Right now, I am listening to a lot of Evan Fong. But I like all music. Anyways, yeah, no, Democrats and like specifically neoliberal Democrats, like college educated neoliberal Democrats constantly like looked down at people in the South. Like I remember, and even in the Midwest, like rural people, like I remember growing up and like it was a common sentiment that Democrats looked down on people. Like, because if they had money, they looked down on poorer Americans. And it's why so many poor Americans don't trust Democrats at all. And if we just, if Democrats would make an effort to appeal to rural voters, they would have a much. You got the sniffles. I'm happy I don't have cat allergies. I do have the sniffles and it's pissing me off. They're going to go away sooner or later. I think I have Claritin somewhere too. But if Democrats would make an appeal to rural voters, it would make our lives a lot easier in winning elections. And like that's why Rob Sand is doing so well. Rob Sand is doing so well because he appeals to the average rural voter. In Iowa, at least. Across Morgan and Weld counties, which haven't voted for a Democrat in a presidential election since 1964, voters are willing to pay more for gas that have meant limiting a possible Iranian nuclear threat. Energy prices have also spiked under Joe Biden, many said. Yeah, but this is significantly worse. Some begrudgingly stood by Trump's because of their distance for Democrats. Other expressed faith the Trump president has a plan to bring costs down. It was a testament to the durable personal bond Trump has built with his base, allowing him to weather multiple crises along his 2 terms. It feels like he hears us, that he is fighting for us. How is this all starting? I don't even know what's happening. Well, the Iranian war is causing America to be fucked in the ass by the economy. Like, Americans are not doing well, monetarily wise, at all. And rural voters are completely okay with this. Like, because they're so devoted to sucking Donald Trump's dick. Trump supports idolized humans, glaze him so much. Yeah, and Democrats don't reach out to these people. Democrats could have an infinitely more successful election strategy if they just reached out and stopped looking down on rural voters. Like, and I hate rural voters. Like, don't get me wrong. They frustrate the hell out of me. And they voted for this. Like, it was their fault for voting for this. But Democrats also don't give them any options. I blame them both. Gas prices are hitting his industry. He said Trump was naive to think he could quickly solve. 66-year-old trader with multiple college degrees who farming cooperative moves 150 truckloads of grain each day. But he referred the status quo to Democrats, who he saw is moving towards full-blown socialism. I voted for Trump because the alternative is so bad. And our country is at the worst point economically that it's been in a very long time. Like a very, very, very long time. This is significantly worse than the recession. Our economy is being held up on, like, fishing wire. In Fort Morgan, Lexi Searins, 22, lay prone on a table inside a bat medicine tattoo parlor, smiling through the pain in her left calf, where there were images of a wanted poster, stagecoach, and other Western themes. A gay woman who recently found Christianity, Seabrins once considered herself a Democrat, but started to think herself as a Republican around 22, citing what she calls a hypocrisy of liberals around identity politics and vote. Oh my God. They really found the most frustrating. Oh, my finances are suffering. The Trump solution has made a gold statue of himself. True. Oh my God. Oh my God. They found the people that I hate the most. Gays for Trump, man. Gays for Trump make me so angry. Because you are literally just like praying for your own genocide. You're voting for your people and your loved ones to get eradicated. It's literally the salt for snails, or salt for snails. You mean slugs for salt? She saw war in Iran as inevitable. Sitting next to her daughter was 49-year-old Jill Seabrins. She grew up a political independent, but later gravitated towards Republicans. Did she have any red lines? Anything that might shake her faith in Trump's handling of the war, the economy? No, I'm all on board. Are we fucking for real right now? And Democrats just let this happen? Dude, I can't. Like, it's like something in the water, man, for them. They have some genuine, like, cognitive defect that pisses me off. And that's why, like, 10 years ago, you would see videos constantly saying rural voters would be like, oh, nobody listens to us but Trump. Nobody listens to us but Trump. No one listens to us but Trump. And it would be the most frustrating thing on earth. Hold on. I'm trying to look for a specific video about rural voters.
Take a look. Let's take a look at what's going on.
Have things become recently?
Hold on. Foreign news. Rural voters. It's from Channel 4. Channel 4 News Rural. All right, well, I can't find it. Fuck. What the fuck is Channel 4 News even up to? What the fuck are they doing? Yeah, I can't find anything. I'm trying to find a specific thing. But no, I mean, you can blame rural voters for this, by the way. Every economic hardship that you face, you can 100% blame rural voters for their complete lack of brain cells.
Are we gonna keep up with this narrative?
That's how it ends. Voters revolt. Oh, shit. Yeah, I wonder what MS Now is saying about this.
President Trump's approval has crashed.
Here, this is what rural voters vote for.
76 of Trump's war in Iran, and there are a few possible signs of progress in finding a permanent peace deal. The Strait of Hormuz remains effectively closed, and there are growing concerns about a possible fuel shortage in other parts of the world as early as next month. President Trump spent most of this week, you know exactly where he was, in China, meeting with President Xi Jinping. It was the first presidential visit to China in nearly a decade, and both men stressed the importance of establishing greater stability between the two nations. Except there's not actually any major breakthroughs. Trump praised what he said were several new trade deals.
Like, why did they shoot the shooter that had Stormtrooper aim? Wait, what the fuck? They should have had missed when Trump got shot in the ear. How hard is it not to miss? But when it's a good person, they don't miss. True. Well, I would believe if it came out, like, I wouldn't be surprised in like 10, 20 years if it came out that the Trump shooters were paid off, like paid actors.
Though the Chinese were less than firm on any of their commitments. Chinese leader warned about possible conflict with the U.S. over Taiwan, and President Trump initially said the two leaders did not discuss a pending U.S. arms sale to Taiwan, before adding later that actually they did discuss it in great detail.
Yeah, Trump sold out Taiwan, by the way, completely sold out Taiwan.
All right, here to help us sort all of it out and what has changed between the United States, China, and Iran is our all-star nightcap. David Rode is here, MS Now senior national security reporter.
So yeah,
Anthony
rural
Fisher joins
voters
us.
don't care. Trump got out of, they hate China. Trump sold out our farmers to China, basically gave them a bunch of grain deals that fucks over our farmers. Let me see if I can pull up that deal. Trump China grain deal. Yeah, this. And rural voters will keep on voting for him.
The president said China agreed to buy more American oil, 200 Boeing jets, and agricultural products. Some of those products include soybeans.
Yeah, for a lower price.
Lordson spoke with some Minnesota farmers about what that deal could mean for them.
Yeah.
Tell me about the deals in China. Did you get a deal on soybeans? You know, the farmers.
The farmers are going to be very happy. They're going to be buying billions of dollars of soybeans. Yeah.
President Trump made that announcement on Air Force One as he got ready to depart from his state visit to China, closer to home near Le Sueur.
It seems like they were good talks. They were cordial.
Farmer Dave Farr says he's cautiously optimistic, and he's waiting to see how the markets interpret President Trump's meeting with Chinese leaders. U.S. soybean exports to China dropped to just 15% last year, down from 41% in 2016.
We would love to get them back as a customer, speaking for producers, because they are a big importer of our proteins primarily.
I think we should personally vote for Matt Pat. I'd vote for Matt Pat. Actually, I would.
Primarily a soybeans and soybean meal.
While the details are still somewhat vague, it's believed that U.S. officials have been trying to get China to buy about 25 million metric tons of soybeans annually over the next few years.
Experts say that's more than double what China bought last year. An increase in exports would come at a time when Minnesota farmers are struggling with higher land, equipment, fertilizer, and fuel costs.
Yep.
We were selling.
And they're going to sell it for a cheaper price. China's absolutely going to buy it for a cheaper price than market rate.
Selling them this much, and we're selling this much in the last year or two, right? So again, any increase in that amount is going to look good on the USDA numbers.
And the timing could be good for other reasons. The USDA is predicting this year farmers will yield the second largest soybean harvest on record.
The way I describe it to my wife, too, it's a lot of excitement, right? It's a new beginning, right? So it's always fun getting planted and seeing the crop come up.
In LeSueur, John Lordson, WCCO News.
The U.S. Trade Representative.
Again, his sixth channel political theory, true. Like, again, farmers shouldn't own their land. They should be owned by the government, and the government should, because it already gets subsidized by the government, like fucking crazy. I don't know, man. I don't trust a single rural voter, and I never will. W background, thank you.